On a storm-filled night in 1856, thunder cracked across the sky as a baby was born in a small village in modern-day Croatia. A flash of lightning lit up the room, and the midwife gasped. "An omen," she whispered. His mother replied calmly, "No, a sign. This child will be a child of light." His name was Nikola Tesla. No one could imagine how true her words would become. Tesla grew up different. While other children played, Nikola studied the world as if it were a machine. He would watch a river flow and imagine invisible currents inside it. He would sit under the night sky and picture the earth covered in waves of energy. At age 7, he built his first invention, a small water wheel that spun endlessly in a stream. His mother, a brilliant inventor herself, encouraged him. Flows from her. He learned that creativity was not a gifted, was discipline. But Tesla had another unusual ability. He could see things in his mind clearly, perfectly like a movie. Machines, blueprints, mechanical parts spinning together. By the time he became a teenager, he could invent entire devices in his imagination, run tests on them, and fix design errors all without touching a pencil. He called it visual engineering. The world called it genius. When Tesla was in his early 20s, he witnessed something that would shape the future. His physics professor demonstrated a generator that used direct current, or DC electricity. But Tesla noticed the machine was wasteful. It heated up. It lost energy. It was inefficient. Tesla whispered to his friend, "There must be a better way. Motio, energy wants to flow back and forth, like a heartbeat." That idea, alternating current, or a sea, was the spark that would electrify the entire world. Teachers told him it was impossible. Friends told him to give up. But Tesla never doubted what he saw in his mind. In 1884, Tesla arrived in New York City with one suit, a bag of papers, 4 cents, and a letter of recommendation. He walked miles to find work. He slept in cheap boarding houses. But he never stopped designing. Finally, he met Thomas Edison, the most famous inventor in America. Their handshake changed history. Tesla worked under Edison, fixing electrical problems that no one else could solve. But the two men had one great disagreement. Edison believed in DC. Tesla believed in AC. The conflict became one of the greatest scientific rivalries in history. This rivalry became known as the Current War. Edison tried to prove AC was dangerous. He staged public demonstrations, sometimes harming animals, to shock the public into fear. He told newspapers Tesla's ideas would kill people. It was a smear campaign designed to protect his own DC empire. But Tesla responded not with fear, but with innovation. They kept inventing better motors, efficient generators, safer transformers, and brilliant electrical circuits. Finally, at the World's Fair of 1893, the ultimate showdown took place. Tesla and industrialist George Westinghouse won the contract to power the entire fair with AC. It was a massive gamble. On opening night, the world watched. When the switch was flipped, Chicago lit up like a second sun. More than 100,000 incandescent bulbs blazed to life, casting a glow that could be seen for miles. Crowds gasped. Newspapers screamed. Tesla's vision had won. The City of Light, as it was called, proved that AC was not just powerful, but safe and beautiful. Soon after, his AC system was chosen to harness the power of Niagara Falls, sending electricity to cities hundreds of miles away. It was the moment that sealed the fate of DC. Today, almost every power system on Earth, the grid that powers our homes, our businesses, and our lives uses Tesla's AC design. But Tesla did not stop at electricity. His genius was like a floodgate that had just been opened, and his mind carried him into new, uncharted territory. He foresaw a world connected without wires. He pioneered wireless communication, filing patents for radio technology years before others. He built remote-controlled machines, Deers, demonstrating a robotic boat in Madison Square Garden in 1898 that stunned onlookers. It was the birth of robotics. He explored radio waves, turbines, and even designed an earthquake generator that he claimed could split the Earth in two. His greatest dream was to give the world free energy. He wanted to send power through the air itself. No wires, no limits, accessible to everyone on the planet. 2. He began building a massive tower on Long Island called the Wardenclyffe Tower. It was designed to be a global broadcast system for both information and power. But his investors, including JP Morgan, grew nervous. If energy was free, how could they meter it and sell it? Funding collapsed, and the tower was never completed. The world, it seemed, wasn't ready for his vision. Still, Tesla believed the future would eventually catch up, too. As he aged, Tesla became more reclusive. He lived in a series of New York hotel rooms, his mind still racing with ideas. He spent his days in the park, feeding pigeons, whom he considered his only true friends. Yet his mind never slowed. Even in his last years, he wrote and theorized about technologies that sounded like pure science fiction. 2. He described self-driving machines, a wireless global information system that sounds remarkably like the internet, artificial intelligence, renewable energy sources, and even particle beams he called death rays for national defense. He saw visions of technologies that would appear nearly a century after his death. In 1943, at the age of 86, Nikola Tesla passed away alone in his hotel room. He died in relative obscurity, with many of his grandest dreams left unfulfilled. But the world he left behind was brighter literally because of him. Today, his legacy is everywhere. Cities glow at night because of his AC power. Our phones send signals wirelessly, a concept he championed. Motors in everything from fans to factories to electric cars run on principles he designed. Drones fly through the sky on remote control, an idea he demonstrated over 100 years ago. Hughes called many things: the godfather of electricity, the wizard of the West, the man who invented the 20th century. But too many. Tesla was something even greater. A man who proved that imagination is more powerful than knowledge. He showed us that the greatest inventions don't start with calculations, but with a vision. Tesla once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Life teaches us one profound lesson. You do not need to be understood by everyone to be a genius. You only need the courage to follow the light inside you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the mind of a true visionary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to join us for more stories about the people who shaped our world.